These Bedrock add-ons add insane bosses, new dimensions, and the weirdest mobs that completely change survival. So grab your popcorn and let's begin. Starting off with my favorite, Bedrock's Better Adventures. This add-on is full of exploration with new features, lore, biomes, and civilizations. Your journey begins at the Roadmeat Castle, where you meet Mogus the Wizard. He hands you a book and your quest begins. Within this book, you can see your team, knife action, and all advancements achievable. Make sure to loot the castle as it can be helpful, especially with the monsters upcoming in this mod. Now, the scenery of this add-on is absolutely beautiful. Beware as you can encounter some hostile mobs within. There's naturally generated roads that help the player navigate through the overworld. These can lead to structures such as villager camps, which have their own farms, vegetation, and guards such as warriors and archers. Harming a villager puts you on the Illagers team. Illagers have many new structures such as this base. There's many different types of them, and once you join their team, they do not attack you. Within chests, you can find books that explain some lore within the add-on. There's also this new haunted biome that you can explore yourself. Now back onto the villagers. Within the castle county structure, you will find the country master. He will be useful to your progression in many ways. Let's focus on his villagers who sell assignable professions. These scrolls can change the job of villagers. Here we use the gem trader scroll on the librarian. As you can see, they changed class and begin to trade gems now. The ceremonial sword promotes villagers, allowing you to build your own army. You can also find male cows in the villages, just be sure not to attack them. As you explore the vast world of this add-on, you will come across civilizations. They have their own kingdoms, structures, and way of life. There's all sorts of different residents within the empire, and you can even trade with some of them. There's nice buildings, and you can explore with some more lore. They have their own guards and weapons too. Some are enchanted. There's huge dinner parties and lots of wine you can find within this civilization. You can also make your own alcohol using the new brewing feature. Look out for the enchanted scrolls, which apply abilities to certain weapons, making them very powerful. There's 5 different types, like the unseen swordsman ability that makes you go invisible. To make transportation easier, this add-on has waystones. Simply name it whatever you want, then use the magic book of connection to teleport just like so. By using the ancient runes, we can make these magic books have their own effect. This is a conceal us book, making us go invisible. There's many more magic books you can obtain, like the thunderstorm book, the weather clear book, and the escape book. When using strong magic books, there's a chance you summon the spectre. To know you have summoned him, water will freeze and windows will shatter. The spectre is invisible, but you can hear his footsteps. He can open doors and even attack you. It's possible to see him sometimes, but he can't be killed. You're basically haunted at all times. Villager priests, evokers, and wizards can get rid of them. There's a lot of structures, and some are massive, like this underground dwarf civilization. Shepherds are a type of dwarf group who live high up on the mountains in tiny huts. They are peaceful and work differently to the usual ones. You can become a shepherd yourself as well. They are both leashable and tradable. There's different clans such as the Mountain Clan and the Alpine Clan, and they can sometimes get into wars. They have built some huge dungeons underground with hidden traps and more. On mountainous terrain, you can come across dragons, and if you manage to kill one of these dragons, you get a dungeon room key, which can be used to enter the dungeons within the Black Mountain. Just find the entrance and insert the key. There's a set of challenges you need to complete, and then you will have to fight the Golden Dragon. The Castle of the Dead is another key structure, where you will find the Lord of the Dead. He will set you out on a mission to enter the ghostly realm. You'd be given the Cape of the End to help you out. Now in terms of mechanics, the way some animals breed and work have been updated, making the game more interesting. There's now pans, cooking pots, and teapots that let you make new types of food. There's also a questing system where you can choose and complete quests and get rewarded by the quest villager. The add-on has new trees and fruits you can enjoy as well. Now let's move on to the biggest civilization run by the villagers. These are evil people with huge cities and hostile no matter what. The only way to beat them is to destroy all their flag posts, and this cannot be done without the help of gnomes or villagers, as they are very powerful. There's a lot more to it than that, but you can find out this information at the creator's page. This is a central tower, and it is necessary to start the boss fight. You would have to climb all these stairs and fight a lot of guards to finally get to the top, and then defeat this boss in adamant armor. I'm using infinite regeneration because otherwise it would be very difficult. Using his drops you can summon the Great Warmonger boss. This guy is no joke. He has a powerful knockback ability and can explode you to death. If you're lucky enough to defeat the Great Warmonger, he will drop a powerful mace. This weapon is really powerful as it has a chance to burst the enemies whenever you attack. It also has a chargeable knockback ability. Within the lowland areas you will find the Men of the East. They do not show much advancement nor wealth and mainly live as simple farmers who love growing rice. They also engage in frequent fights between themselves for no reason. You can hire their warriors by giving them gold, and they will protect you for a Minecraft day, which is about 20 minutes. You can also trade with the farmers. They are known for having all sorts of rice and spices. There's this OP sword that deals 88 damage and other Herobrine related items. Let's talk about it. Herobrine sends corrupted piglins and villagers to raid lands far and wide. You might just catch a glimpse of him sometimes. This is a Herobrine lands biome and is heavily guarded by corrupted beasts. The only way to fight Herobrine is to go to the special portal inside of this castle. After that, you must find Herobrine and end his curse once and for all. Alright guys, there's a lot of things I didn't go over like armors, ores, special equipment, and more. There's hundreds of new mobs in total. Like the video and let's move on to the second add-on, DarkAge Bizarre Remake. It's a perfect combination of Elden Ring and Dark Souls into Minecraft, with formidable bosses, structures, superpowered items, and mobs that will assist you in your adventure. If you come across a flagon mythic, you can tame it with a soul gem, bringing it to life. It follows you wherever you go. You can give them dark or solar ember to give them their class, and tap them to make them stationary. These guys are used to make the most powerful armor. Within the rune structure you will find mercenaries, either sitting or standing. They are passive and only attack if you hit them. Whilst they are sitting down, you can trade them for all sorts of loot. And you can also hire them using a contract. They will follow you and defend you. There's so many structures full of valuable loot and mysteries. This is a house in the forest with a great garden, a guard, and ducks. Let's go inside. There's a chance this house has the stinky medical. He likes potions and books. You can find him reading as well. Be sure to trade him as he sells you his mask, his staff, flagon mythic, and a syringe with suspicious blood. His mask has a night vision ability. Using the syringe on a duck turns it into a mutant called the Abomination Duck. He's quite strong, but you can use fire or sacred weapons to deal more damage. He can also give you blindness, turning your battle into a horror movie. If you hit the stinky medical, it will summon his friend Putrefacto to help defend him. This might look hard to beat, but wait till you see what else you can do later in the video. This video is sponsored by Rafttrack Studio with two amazing building add-ons. Split blocks are easy to craft and give thousands of new block variants, including vertical and horizontal halves, letting you add way more detail and depth to your builds. And multi-blocks adds hundreds of fully 3D blocks with real depth, making curves, custom shapes, and detailed designs way easier to create. Now, both add-ons fully support texture packs and are available in the marketplace. If you see this structure in the forest, make sure to go inside, as it has a secret entrance you need to mine that takes you to the catacombs. This is where you meet the Elemental Knight, a strong guardian with multiple abilities. It has high health and deals a lot of explosive damage. After defeating it, you can begin to explore the catacomb dungeon full of guards and surprises. You will find other mobs as well. There's another secret passage through the painting that takes you to the hidden room. This room has a lot of useful loot, such as the soul gem we use on the Flagon Mythic and corrupted armor fragments. There's many guards, so you'll be fighting a lot, and their shields make it even harder to kill them, but when you do, there's a chance they drop their sword. They can also drop elemental armor, which is better than iron and fireproof. Through the flagon, you can use your elemental armor along with the special materials to acquire unbound armor, or even the volcanic sword. This is a sentinel soldier, and defeating it will drop its sword or sentinel armor. Once again, you can upgrade sentinel armor to oath armor, which is even stronger and has slow falling. You will come across other sentinel structures where you will find the armor. You can also find floating boats, which can store items and are very fast. This is the assassin, a hostile enemy that goes invisible when targeting. You won't see it coming until it attacks you, catching you off guard. Upon defeat, the assassin drops his dagger, which is highly poisonous and can make you go invisible. These are the outcasts corrupted and are very annoying. They are fast and difficult to hit. They have multiple phases when killed and turn into their other form. Their weakness is sacred weapons stopping them from transforming. Within the Grand Church lies a powerful mini-boss, the Gargoyle. Inside you can find the weak praying, and the Gargoyle is committed to protecting them. When you come into close proximity, the Gargoyle summons and shoots cutting air blasts whilst also dodging arrows. He also launches a powerful fireball. If you shoot him while he's charging his fireball, he will fall to the floor, giving you a perfect chance to hit him until it rises again. It also has a second phase where it loses its wings and begins to attack close range. When you beat the Gargoyle, he will break apart and drop his weapon, the Halberd. High damage, but has a high cooldown. Now, if you give the stinky medical the suspicious blood syringe, things start to go crazy, because you just summoned the plague. It screams, turns day to night, and any nearby mobs into corrupted variants. It has 2 plague dogs to support him and is near impossible to beat, unless you're me of course. Can I get a sub for that? Upon death, he drops a sack that keeps the loot safe. You can expect the Key of Plague, his weapon, and his mask that gives some effects. The Sword of Fatality is on another level. It can summon multiple plague dogs to defend you, they can break blocks, and deal a lot of damage. You can crouch and hold to get the Sickle of Fatality, dealing the same amount of damage but teleports you when thrown. The island above water with a cathedral is home to the Sentinel boss. To awaken him, you must first climb up the stairs and onto the top tower. He's huge and summons lots of soldiers to help him. His ability is crazy. He summons portals that shoot arrows and sacred weapons. If you forget to activate your shield, you're cooked. The battle is very chaotic, and I personally lost so many times, even with enchanted apples. Just take a look at that. He also drops an explosive axe. It's a fun fight, but after you slay him, you get the following: Sacred Halberd that does 17 damage, a notch apple, solar fragments, ember, and Key of War. His weapon has a low cooldown, making it really strong. You can also use its abilities yourself. I think it's overpowered and can easily help you conquer your foes. Onto our final boss you'll find in the Nether, the Unbound Elemental. He's one of the strongest bosses in the add-on and will not let you escape after he's awakened. He has many attacks, including this Soulfire flamethrower, pushing you back very far and possibly into lava. He also launches a massive soul fireball. At his second stage, his helmet breaks, releasing 2 spectral skulls that shoot additional soulfire orbs, making him even stronger. He also summons an army of unbounds to help him in battle. I forgot to mention earlier that the Stinky Medical Wand summons this beast to help you out. Once he's defeated, he'll drop his sack with very valuable items. The keys do not do anything yet, but they will in the future. The usuals and the Unbound Arm. It can summon a group of unbounds to fight for you, and also launch a spectral fist that seeks out targets and explodes. Now the Volcanic Sword from earlier has a pretty cool ability, shooting you into the air, making transport easier. There is a biome in the overworld called the Wetlands. It's highly challenging and the creator recommends you be well equipped before venturing here. There's an abundance of structures and loot. Moving on to the third add-on, Fantasy Adventure. This one transforms your world into a full mythological experience, packed with powerful creatures, unique structures, and magical abilities. This add-on is full of battles and extra low-end device friendly. As you explore, you'll come across magical locations like this fairy hut, where creatures like elves and fairies live together. Inside you can find the elven wizard, Gilbert, who was a very powerful wizard at his time, but due to old age and illness he has grown weak, though you can still trade with him and loot inside the hut. You'll also find magic essence here, which you can capture using a bottle. Once consumed, it gives you some useful effects. Knocking a fairy then ending it drops fairy dust. You can also capture them with a jar. Goblins are little thieves who live in the forest. They love gold and will not hesitate to steal it on sight. They live in the forest and work together in groups. These guys love to chase and hunt fairies. The Carninian deer are extremely rare, and if you come across one, make sure to tame it as it can jump super high and is very fast. Once killed, it drops its golden horn. In colder biomes, you'll run into ice golems. These are fierce creatures that track you down from long distances. They have a special skill where the water they walk on freezes. Upon defeat, they drop snow crystals. You'll also encounter flying enemies like the harpies, which attack from above, forcing you to deal with both aerial and ground combat. From far, elves use bows, but when you get close, they switch to melee. Slaying an elf has a chance to drop their elven sword. And then you've got mobs like the monster plant, shooting poisonous bursts that cause nausea and deal damage. It will chomp you if you get too close. When you kill it, it drops a seed letting you grow your own carnivorous plant. To ensure it grows fully, feed it meat and proper compost. Within the rivers underwater, you'll meet the Telequin. They are aquatic beings that are hostile and attack using their trident. The trolls are much stronger and more aggressive. They're very terrifying creatures that burn in sunlight. He also has this crazy move. He drops raw meat which you can cook and consume. Within the nether, you'll come across ghouls which tend to move in groups and can easily overwhelm you if you're not prepared. These are men, the day form of wolves that are aggressive and intelligent since they can open doors. At midnight, they transform into werewolves. There are 2 different variants depending on the biome. Let's check them out. Nope. These guys are scary and strong. They drop claws that you can use to craft wolf variants of swords that deal more damage. Another interesting enemy is the Tengu, winged samurai who live in bamboo forests. They have a wide variety of katana attacks that are based on real techniques. They can also fly and teleport, making them a strong opponent. Upon defeat, he has this cool death animation and drops his katana. It looks pretty good, dealing 10 damage. There's more ores, armors, and magical features that I'll show later in the video. There are huge cities generated across the map. Inside, you'll find lots of humans and soldiers. Their textures are pink, possibly because of my shaders. Traders here use coins which you can craft to buy useful items from villagers. You can also trade the humans around for gold and other items. There's all sorts of markets like this butcher, this fish shop, and this woodcutter with a nice chopping animation. Whilst exploring the city, you'll find cool details like beggars on the street and weapons like this lance. You can also make medieval beverages like beer and wine. Now moving on to the bosses. This is a Armanthian boar. He's a heavy hitter dealing a lot of damage. He can also summon smaller boars to overwhelm you during the fight. He drops his claw and hair. On top of this large mountain in the savannah lives a 2-headed creature called the addon. After awakening him, the boss fight begins. Using his strength, he can create a powerful earthquake, knocking you back and dealing a lot of damage. His ability constricts movement and shakes the screen. He can also throw rocks. Upon defeat, the addon drops his heart. Within the birch biomes, you'll find an island that belongs to the green giant. When he comes out the cave, you're cooked. He can smash the floor and summon spikes to trap you. He also has an acidic breath ability. When the green giant is beat, he drops his breath and skin. This structure leads to a huge underground labyrinth. It is very easy to get lost and full of these skeleton guards. There is, however, some nice loot to be found. After a long time of searching, you'll find the Minotaur. It is a well-known creature from mythology and has some nice moves. He looks even scarier in the dark, giving you the full combat experience. Once defeated, the mighty beast drops his horn, which can be used to craft the Minotaur axe. It works as an axe and a weapon, mining wood really fast and dealing 10 damage. There's also the Medusa, which can be found at her structure with all her previous victims. Just looking at her can instantly petrify you, and is very difficult to avoid it while fighting her. The solution to this is pretty simple. Just craft a blindfold. It reduces your vision when worn, but can protect you from her gaze. When defeated, she drops her head and blood. Now onto the final boss, protected by hundreds of guards at a large tower turned into stone by the wizard. You'll need all the gear you can get, and climb to the very top to meet the Dragon Guardian. He lives to protect the dragon, and you would have to beat him first, which isn't that easy. Once you do, he drops the Dragon Crystal, which is necessary to awaken the Platinum Dragon once again. And the battle begins. He shoots explosive purple energy and can fly. It's a tough fight, but after defeating him, you can make the Platinum Dragon armor. Using material from the previous bosses, you can also make other strong armors. To begin doing magic, you must first craft a sorcery table. There's also a magic recipe book to help you out. There's different types of magic books, and you can craft them using their recipe. You can combine them with a magic scepter and pixie dust to make a spell scepter, giving it an ability. You can summon small boars, 2 ice golems, and your very own ghouls to defend you. Let's see who wins, my ice golems from magic or this randomly spawned one. Alright, my ones win. There's also this golden cod and much more features. The 4th add-on is Survival Reworked, an add-on that completely reshapes survival progression, making it longer, harder, and far more exciting. Let's dive in. You spawn with a wiki book containing all the information you need to begin your great adventure. The mushroom biome is beautiful and it has its own mushroom crab, and underground there's a mushroom cave biome. Here's the desert biome. It has a new mob called the desert skeleton, which attacks close range. He has a head you can wear as well. There's also vases dispersed across the map. They have loot and different variants depending on where you find them. Underground in the desert, there are huge caves with new ores and Mesa Plateau caves. There's this new tall forest biome with all sorts of mobs like the black bear, which are hostile and love honey. They drop their fur, which can be used to make armor. Within the icy biomes, fur armor can come in handy as they provide useful buffs. There's also this cool woolly cow variant. The best mob here is undoubtedly the penguins. They are complex mobs with many features. As you can see, the penguin just caught a fish and it is swimming away with it. They carry it to land to either eat it themselves or feed it to a baby penguin if they have children. I find this so cute and unique. Also, don't try to annoy baby penguins by eating a fish in front of it, otherwise you might be attacked by a polar bear. If you mine the ice underneath a baby penguin, you will realize he cannot swim and fall to the bottom of the ocean and drown. Never mind. By feeding 2 penguins fish, they will mate, and the mother penguin will become pregnant. Ending, the mother will drop her baby egg and feathers. Using the feathers, you can then make penguin leggings that make you faster in ice and water. Dolphin eaters are found in the ocean and are extremely aggressive. Underground in the caves, you will find illager miners and this new mob you won't see coming. He's invincible to damage and his only weakness is light. Villagers use a new trading system for coins. These coins can be found or obtained from killing mobs. To upgrade a coin to the next level, you simply need 10. You just right click and this can be done continuously until you reach the maximum. There's also a sky villager with special loot. There are new types of illagers with cool abilities like the illusionist with his magic. There's also an Illager Explorer who has a chance to drop an Explorer map when killed. This is your typical Illager base and it's hard to infiltrate. There's a lot of loot crates. Loot crates have different rarities offering all sorts of items. Now what's special about this structure is that it contains this strange totem. I'll talk about it later. You can find runic chests which require a specific key to open, and some have OP loot. This villager base is not normal because there's multiple interesting floors underneath with a lot of chaos and loot. There's all sorts of designs like this bedroom and this floor full of traps that explode the rare loot within the chests. You can also free the villagers that are under their custody. Have fun exploring the rest. Within this rune, there's a passage that leads you to a dungeon with venomous spiders and mossy skeletons. You can find loot, but it's hidden. There's also cool mechanisms here and a lot of traps, so be careful. This other tower will lead you to another dungeon structure, so there's a lot of adventure and underground fun. This room has a laboratory, a prison, and a storage facility. There's a special structure that requires you to solve a puzzle to get inside, so we basically feed this copper ingot and it summons the golem to travel, highlighting new copper mechanics, kind of like a tutorial. Once we get in, there's multiple rooms with other challenges making you solve all sorts of puzzles for loot. You can't break any blocks, so it's not cheatable. Ore progression has changed a lot with new pickaxes and ores. There's all sorts of new gear, just take a look. There's new spears and combat mechanics like chargeable hits which deal area damage just like Java. Spears have longer range and also deal splash damage. There's new types of meat like cat meat, canine meat, dolphin meat, and other mobs meats which can be cooked. Now every 8 nights there's a blood moon. Mobs turn into bloody ones, becoming even stronger. More mobs spawn, so you cannot sleep through the night unless you have the pendulum artifact. You would have to fight huge hordes of mobs or stay home and wait it through. If you try to enter the nether, the game won't let you because of the new progression system. You would have to first defeat the abomination. This is a new boss that was formed from its failed experiment. We use a strange totem from before to summon the uncontrollable Illager beast. I'm unsure why 2 abominations have summoned for me, maybe I'm just unlucky, but it has been updated in the latest version. After beating the first phase, he switches to the second, a more stronger and aggressive version with more abilities like teleportation and arrow shots. Upon defeat, they drop the abomination head and a weakened totem which can make the magic axe artifact. Artifacts provide abilities and are divided into categories depending on what stage of progression you have reached. Make sure to activate classic UI in settings. Cool artifact is the Explorer artifact with a variety of useful buffs like speed, no fall damage, and more. Just place the artifact within a slot and it should activate. There's a magnet artifact that pulls loot towards you, a health buff that increases hearts, and the skull quiver that allows arrows to go through blocks. There's also knowledge scrolls like these spear ones that upgrade weapons. Artifacts can be combined with the artifacts assembler, making them even better. Within the nether, there's improved biomes like the volcanic biome, an improved crimson and warp forest biome, a sulfur biome, and way more. The magma roll is found in the crimson forest and deals a lot of roll damage. Upon defeat, it drops the magma roll shell. It's placeable and you can make it roll through right clicking it or holding it. Then you can pick up the shell block as an item. A great way to earn XP is through mining soul plants within this biome. It's quick and easy. The sulfur biome has some interesting mobs like this Pokemon looking one that released poison when attacked. I think he looks like a Blastoise and Charizard put together. There's also these gloops that grow big and explode, dropping gloop balls. And these mushrooms explode when mined. The volcanic biome has these cool lava snails, lava golems, and lava snakes. The warped biome has new creepers and these super cute geckos that are breedable with oostrum juice from mushrooms. They have a chance to drop gecko skin which can be combined with gloop balls to make bouncing boots. These increase your speed. There's a new soul fireblaze and their wildfire counterparts. There's a new skeleton with a chargeable knockback ability that could easily push you into lava. If you see an explorer piglin, slay them as they drop a lot of loot, and there's a whole lot more features. Good news, the wither has been buffed, increasing his stats and giving him the ability to summon wither clones. It was a difficult battle even with 2 teammates. If you manage to defeat it, you will enter a void mode which allows you to go to the end. The end dimension has been completely reworked. Defeating the Ender Dragon will open access to the End Islands, spawn new mobs while making existing ones stronger, and allow you to fight the true Wither. He drops his artifact and essence. Within the Desolate Void, there's different types of Endermen added, like these guards or this invisible one that you can see with light. Finally, there's new structures to the end, like this abandoned laboratory where it all begun. You can see the experiments have escaped. You'll find past researches and lore about how Void escaped and transformed the End. It's really fun. There's also the Chorus Forest and Shulker Meadows, truly transforming our End experience. There's improvements to the End boats, like new shulkers that can walk around and stronger variants like this one. There's also a huge ship packed with rarer loot, big rooms, and plenty of shulkers. Let's talk about the best gear. Place a beacon underneath the reactor to turn it into a light one, and a fossil underneath to make a void reactor. Using Void Fossil and Dragon Breath, we can craft Liquid Void, and using Liquid Light with Dragon's Breath, we can create Liquid Light to turn them into their corresponding crystals. We then use these crystals along with a Nether Star to make gear. These tools are buffed with different modes that can be changed by sneaking and right-clicking, like this 1x2 mode. You can upgrade the tools to become even better. This one can do 2x3 and the Pure Pickaxe does 3x3. The Void ones are the same. There's also upgradable arm blades that deal a lot of damage and have a cool ability. They're really good for fighting mobs and players. There's new mechanics and machinery, like this mob spawner crafter, a detector. This one is a block breaker which destroys anything in front of it, including bedrock. There's also this constant fan that pushes you away, and you can change its strength as well. It's lockable using a fire opal, stopping its settings from being changed. By giving the detectors different ores, they change classes, so we could give this one lapis to give it a specific function. The diamond detector strips armor, and the emerald one takes loot. There's a ton of new mobs, blocks, and other stuff. This add-on is amazing. Our fifth add-on is the Otherworldly Survival Expansion, an add-on that not only enhances our gameplay experience, but perfectly mixes a bit of horror with survival. Starting off, there's a new UI and mobs have health bars. There's a lot of creepy mobs, especially at night. There's a new fear system, so if I were to mine down into a hole, my fear levels begin to rise, as shown by the happy face next to my hotbar. When I back up in light, my fear begins to decrease with a pop-up message to confirm that. Personally, I'm using shaders to make the game darker and more scary, but the add-on does not come with this. Playing on harder modes means you get chances of more loot from mobs, but they are stronger and have better AI. They can detect players from further and react more quickly. When your fear levels reach the maximum, this monster hunts you down. If it's nighttime or you don't have access to light, you can craft these magical seeds with the following ingredients. These increase fear levels once consumed. This is a cemetery structure, which is home to these ghouls and full of graves. Mining blocks here will cause them to awaken and attack you. They drop the Punisher artifact and a special fruit. Placing a crafting table here will turn it into a cemetery variant, allowing you to craft this special Totem of Recovery. You can also do the same next to 4 gravestones. With the Totem of Recovery, we place it in one of these 4 accessory slots which activate their ability. In this case, if we die, there's a gravestone generated with our loot inside, along with a message that gives us the coordinates of it. We just click on it to retrieve them, and it can be destroyed afterward. There's new biomes, new structures like this camp or floating island, or even this pyramid found deep in the desert. This structure has new mobs like mummies, loot crates, a huge underground chamber with surprises, and traps. Speaking of the underground, it has been revamped as well to add more adventure. There's different types of caves depending on the biome you're in, and heart fragments to create special accessories with. There's new tools like the coal bar hammer and plenty new ores. Every cave has a deep variant like the jungle cave and the deep jungle cave. And there's this big underground network which is home to the spiders. It is full of webs and hard to traverse. You can find these cool spider eggs with loot, but it is definitely not peaceful here, because I was attacked and swarmed by spiders shortly after. Now the tactic here is to destroy their spawners and progress to the next. There are new spiders with abilities, so watch out. There are so many different spider variants you can find, and new mobs like the nymph, Gorgona, Squeaky Nimbus, Rock Monster, Golem Guard, Reaper who is invisible, and the Cursed Pumpkin. There's also a lot of vanilla mob variants depending on the biome they spawn in. These are the skeletons. Let's move on to the bosses. You might come across these insect colonies that spawn from their hut. There are so many of these hostile white bugs you would have to fight off. They will keep spawning and overwhelm you unless you destroy their spawner, and once you do, a bigger black one comes out. This one has a lot of hit points and deals much more damage. He is quite slow and not much of a threat if you time your hits. Upon death, he will transform into the Soul Thief boss. He has some crazy moves like this Poison Burst and Skull Bombs. Another boss is the Harrowing. It's like a genie and golem combined. I am using the best armor because these bosses deal a lot of damage. This guy drops tungsten ingots, bone relics, ancient bone, and a special trophy. The main thing here is a bone bag that drops the best loot. Anyways, you can craft some of these bosses like so. Then place him to begin the battle. This is a Skarking boss, one of my favorites. He shoots pumpkin bullets and rides his zombie horse. His ability allows him to teleport, making him a tough opponent. You can see he's quite fast as well. The ancient axe from the bone bag we got earlier has an insane ability shooting skulls, which can be pretty useful against this boss. The Skarking also has a second phase where he becomes darker, scarier, and begins to fly, summoning pumpkin minions to support him. It's an epic fight, and after defeating him, new progression is unlocked. His pumpkin bag can give us some cool loot like the pumpkin staff and this pumpkin charge. There are so many more mini bosses and bosses you can find and defeat. Just to mention, there are big packs of wolves at night that will sniff you out and hunt you, so be prepared. Killing them has a chance to drop a special artifact. There's wood armor for every type of tree, and it is great for early game, especially for this add-on. Or progression goes from silver, stone, gold, iron, cobalt, to diamond, tungsten, and chitin. On top of the swords, you can also make battle axes which have extra damage points but less speed. Then netherite, jade, and glimmerite from defeating one of these bosses. Iridium after defeating the soul thief, and the best, titanium from the lily moth. It has both armors and tools which is extremely durable, strong, and having a full set of armor has a magnetic effect. The armor textures and designs look amazing, and so do the special items, some from the previous Christmas update. There's a lot of accessories. Specifically, the spectral amulet is the most useful for beginners as it allows you to see information about blocks, mobs. Here we can see his speed and ability and the type of tool to mine ores. Killing mobs provides material to make some accessories. This add-on has a cool mechanic where sneaking helps you hide from mobs at distances. It doesn't work when they are close though. Now, before we move on, there's a lot of other cool mobs, cool items, and features included in the add-on. Our sixth add-on is VanillaCraft, adding and improving features whilst keeping Minecraft's natural vanilla style. It's relaxing and innovative. To start off, there's bundles of sticks lying on the grass. They are mineable and you can obtain the sticks again. You can craft the bundles as a decoration as well. It's the same with stones. They're found at the ground as well, taking a bit longer to mine, but we can get a rock to throw. If you know what's happening to the bird, please comment down below. You can see there's new flowers and existing ones have improved. There's better foliage and tree designs adding more depth to the game. Chicken pens and new mobs like the grizzly bears, porcupines, defensive skunks, and cute beavers. There's a lot of animals in this add-on that you can feed, tame, and possibly ride. I also tried recording this moose, but it kept attacking my cinematic equipment. They are very aggressive, attacking almost anything. There's a lot of birds in this add-on, and they have their own variants. I'm spawning them in so you can see how many there are. A funny one is a Chikoraptor, kind of like a dinosaur and bird combined. He is hostile but barely deals any damage and is very cute. Butterflies come in different colors and can be collected using the net. Catching one will be put into your inventory. You can then carry it to wherever you want or add it to your collection. As we all know, butterflies start off as caterpillars. You all know that, right? But you can feed them leaves to speed up the process. There's a lot of insects like fireflies, flies, dragonflies, centipedes, and the grass spider, a unique creature which will hunt them all down. He's trying to eat that dragonfly right now. And of course, beetles of different variants. You can actually catch any insect with a net, except the grass spider, who is hostile by the way. Anyways, you could make cool insect zoos or collections with these. There are monsters like the wolf suches that are kind of like evil dogs and spawn in forests. An Easter egg is to name them chupacabra. They are aggressive and only their babies can be tamed. Another one is the rockler, who throws stone pebbles at you. It is pretty weak though. Then there's a Caprian who randomly jumped very high. They can be named Wendigo, Goatman, and Goat as an Easter egg. Last but not least, the Freezing Souls, which can pass through blocks and fly. They drop the ectoplasm, which can be used to make ghost blocks. There is so many purposes for this, like hidden traps or bases. The boss in this add-on can be awakened using an emerald block. This is the leaf trail, who spawns in the forest and is kinda chill. He only attacks if you anger him and isn't too difficult to beat compared to the other add-on bosses. He drops a forest heart, which is crucial in the future. Another cool mechanic is the fact that horses now have 2 seats, so 2 players can ride the horse at one time. Aluminium can be used to make lamps and lights, and even this aluminium torch. You can also make chandeliers of different designs, really good for decoration. Another ore is tin, which can be used to make tin armor and a sword, chains, and tools. They're just as good as iron. There's new machines and crafters like the scythe that collects items from gravel and sand, the chainsaw that acts as a stone cutter but with woods, or the stone generator with infinite cobble, which is a simplified version of this. This drill can mine anything 1 block up except bedrock and some others. There's also an ore transmuter and a hydraulic press. Quick reminder to like and subscribe, as it really helps out a lot. Our 7th add-on is the Everything Update Remastered. It's basically a mod pack consisting of add-ons made by the same creator that change almost every aspect of the game. It's absolutely huge and too big to fit into this video. I'm giving you guys a little preview right now, and then I'll drop the link so all you guys can see the full thing as well. Let me know if you want me to make a separate video reviewing this mod pack. I'm going to list some bonus add-ons that I think fit into this video theme perfectly, so you can download them from the description as well. Every add-on within this video works for MCPE and Bedrock on all devices. They are all free and downloadable from the links in the description, not the marketplace. Make sure to join the Discord server because we're hosting a huge marketplace giveaway and even starting a realm soon. You can also download the add-ons there ad-free. Like, subscribe, and watch one of these videos if you haven't already. They are old, but most of the add-ons have been updated to the latest version.